Hey guys, better late than never, huh? So sorry I got the streams mixed up. You click the button in StreamYard and you click the wrong one. And I am not Daryl Pally for everyone in there. So Joey, thanks for the heads up. Joey's like my guardian angel. He keeps me straight, keeps me out of trouble. Speaking of trouble, we're about 100 days away from the kickoff of college football, right? And I was thinking, with it being Memorial Day and the weather being nice and people are grilling out, what better time to grill out than Memorial Day, but also for the first weekend of college football, which will be in August, not too far off. And everybody has their special dish that they make to bring to a tailgate, or you might just show up with your red Solo cup. But we're going to talk about the college experience and how it differs from the NFL and how it's just so much better. And is this going to continue? I'm going to go back on my 20 years of tailgating and just, we'll talk about, the places I've went, what I've seen, what we've ate, what we've discussed. And hopefully everybody refreshes. Yeah, Tim Green, everything's going to be rocking and rolling. Okay, it's going to be a noon kickoff, but guys, it's unfortunate they don't have the days where you could just, literally camp out there. I mean, there's certain times, and it's great that the university has those regulations to kind of, police what happens, but you used to just be able to go down there and just start, setting up. It was like the Wild West. So I was looking just for a little bit of research to make sure I'm not totally off the mark. I pulled an article that's not that old. It's from January this year, but it's from Stadium Talk, and I'm going to share my screen here. Bear with me. Had some technical difficulty here earlier. And this is best college tailgate experience. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger, guys. I don't know. I think I like this one. Okay. So, this guy, Chris Girandolo, wrote this on the 18th of January, so it's not that old. And where do the Mountaineers fall on the list, or do they fall on the list? We'll go through it and see. But, of course, you have a Tennessee Volunteer here eating a creamsicle. That's totally staged. I don't know of any creamsicles being sold in, down in Tennessee for football games. Most creamsicles are either at the lunch cafeteria in school or at maybe a ice cream truck, but not creamsicles are delicious, guys. So number 25. Yeah, Tim, I would rather have a night game. I would. Especially with that game being as big as it is, night game. 7 p.m. kickoff is perfect for me, or even a 4. But they have USC, guys, at number 25. Number 25, they have USC. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I've never been to a game out there. I've driven past the Coliseum, not the Coliseum where the Mountaineers play basketball. But, the USC Trojan and those cheerleader uniforms are iconic. They haven't changed since like the 60s. And they, with the little red shoes, it looks really sharp and crisp. Yeah, I can see them at number 25. Now, it goes into, people walk there from campus. You have Will Ferrell is a famous alum. Of course, you have a lot of other famous alum, but makes me think of Frank the Tank from old school. It says about an hour before kickoff, the marching band puts on a pep rally, and they make their way down Trousdale to the LA Memorial Coliseum. But yeah, 25, I can see that. Harvard, Yale. They kind of bastardized this by putting Harvard and Yale on here and combining it. I would bump them out. I'm not really feeling it, but I see that little mound there. So the Yale Bowl, New Haven, Connecticut, Harvard Stadium, Boston, Massachusetts. So they're basically saying wherever the game's at it's 2024. I don't know. I'm not feeling it, guys. Now, here's one that surprises me. This surprises me. Joe Foster's County Fair. So this does surprise me, guys. Ohio State at number 23. That's a head scratcher. That's a head scratcher, guys. At 23, Ohio State. Can't figure that one out. I would think they would be a little higher. You know, I would put Ohio State ahead of Penn State, just saying. But here we are. You know, best damn band in the land. And the Scarlet and Gray come out and they spell Ohio. It seems like a better, they should be higher than that. Same with Oregon. Guys, Eugene, Oregon is gorgeous. And that stadium is rocking. How in the heck can they have them at 22? But hey, they're at 22. And it gives you a shot of the fans here. And it says tailgating at the University of Oregon means enjoying the most idyllic places in the nation. Scenery includes mountains and sparkling waterways. You know, and the Ducks have like a fantastic indoor facility, and tailgating is supposed to be just bar none. So if you're going to the north, if you're going to the Northwest, I would say Oregon and Washington will be two hot places. Let's see if Washington's on the list. Nebraska. I wonder what this fellow's saying to those people. They don't look too interested in buying what he's selling. So Nebraska. So nestled downtown in Lincoln, Nebraska, fans give a chance to bar hop before the games. So during game day, much like Mountaineer Field, the town becomes the third largest city in the state. So, you know, Nebraska 15 years ago, 20 years ago would have been probably higher on the list because that team was those teams in the 80s and 90s were forced to be reckoned with. Here, Auburn. I've been to a game in Auburn, and I'll tell you what, the fact that they have them, you know, where do they have them, guys? They have them at 20. 20. I don't know. I'm not feeling that. I think they're, you know, Ole Miss and Auburn are really fantastic venues. So they have the Tiger Walk. They're the first to do that at Toomer's Corner. Fans roll out toilet paper after a victory. It cost $1 million 4 years ago because of the COVID. But, you know, here's number 19, North Dakota State. I don't know, but I must have been missing out. But it looks like they're doing some Jaeger bombs and they're eating shrimp cocktail and maybe some cookies. That's kind of a strange combination, but hey, it works. I love it. I'm feeling it. So, you know, North Dakota State, they're a good program that kind of reminds me of Marshall in the 90s. You know how Marshall was just rolling people and winning those national championships. But you know, they eat deer, moose, buffalo, anything they can find is on the list. They grill it, they kill it, they cook it up. A Red River rivalry, guys. Cotton Bowl. This guys should be higher. This should be higher. Look at that, the Cotton Bowl. You know, they say they get a 50-50 split. I believe it because I've watched that. It's not quite like the Pitt West Virginia game where you have more Mountaineer fans. But 2 years ago, there were a lot of Pitt fans at Acrisure, and I give them credit. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be rocking again this year. Florida and Georgia. Man, Jacksonville, Florida, guys. You know, everybody's rocking the Tim Tebow jersey. So an average of 150,000 fans arrive for game day. So that means not everybody's going to be going in. People are going to be about you know, 50 to 60,000 people are going to be outside not making it in. So they're going to be actively pursuing that buzz. Oh, look who made number 16, guys. Our very own Mountaineers at number 16. So let's see what some of these folks are saying before we talk about the Mountaineers. SEC games, LSU, Bama, and Georgia. This is coming from someone living in Los Angeles as an NHL fan. Yeah, I'll tell you what, LSU is definitely fantastic. I have to say, like Ole Miss, Auburn, it just feels like you're traveling back in time and you're just experiencing tailgating 20, 30 years ago. I mean, some of those schools, the kids get dressed up. I mean, I remember seeing kids in khaki pants and button-up shirts. And this wasn't like the 80s or 90s. This was like maybe 10 years ago. So, guys, it's a big deal. Kurt Moody says, Iowa State tailgate and stadium environment are second to none. Kurt, on that note, I mentioned in my top 5 Big 12 places to go, that seeing the Cyclones play at home is on my list of 5. Another, Dan K, Iowa State for the Big 12. Yes, guys, I want to go there. It looks like a fantastic place. But let's talk about the Mountaineers real quick. So it looks like first football game, 1891. We know about West Virginia. The fans are rabid. I was looking up the top 20 most attended games, and I had attended 11 of the 20. Number 1 being my freshman year, West Virginia beat Miami, and that had 70,000 people. And that's when the end zone, there was like a section that's no longer there. The stadium holds less people now than then. Plus, they just jammed people in there for that game. I'm surprised that I thought West Virginia would be between 25 and 20. 16 is very high. I'm very happy to see them on there. So, when they sing Country Roads, or like at Tennessee, they sing Rocky Top. If you have a college football pulse, if you have any sort of heart, like I think of the Grinch, shows that heart. If you have a college, any football spirit in you, you get goosebumps when you're there, guys. At West Point when the Corps cadets, do the rocket, and it's just the atmosphere's, like you can feel the electric in the air. That's why I like night games, man. I think of Virginia Tech, West Virginia Thursday night, places jumping. At 15, guys, West Virginia is one behind Alabama. Look at that plate. Looks like pulled pork. That looks like a turkey neck. Maybe we have some people that can. I think Tim Green might be able to identify a turkey neck. Sorry, I don't mean to take a drink, but allergies got me. I don't usually have allergies, but this past 2 days has been. So, guys, I would have to say that I love me some tailgate food. What a good time to talk about it. So West Virginia, we're known for pepperoni rolls. And I've had all kinds of pepperoni rolls with different cheeses, different types of bread. I've had long pepperoni rolls, short pepperoni rolls, thicker ones, thinner ones. You name it, I have tasted all of the pepperoni rolls. From Moundsville to Logan County to Wetzel County to Moorfield, I have tasted pepperoni rolls. And they're all good. But each place has, like you go to Penn State, they have the Penn State Creamery. And they make ice cream there. And that ice cream is beyond belief. I think they eat pigeons at Pitt. Yeah, I know. But, they probably cook pigeons at Pitt. I don't know what the hell they eat. Permane Brothers. I mean, Permane Brothers is basically McDonald's anymore. But, when I say Roll Tide, Bryant-Denny Stadium, come on, guys. They play Dixieland Delight, Sweet Home Alabama, and Rammer Jammer. And, how can you not get excited? Even if you hate Alabama, if you're there, you're going to get caught up in it, You are. You just are. Clemson, 14. What a scenic location. Beautiful. When I worked at Fort Benning, I would drive through and, Greenville, and you'd see like where Clemson was at. And, boy, this is just picturesque. What a pretty spot, good climate, not too hot, not too cold. Look at this person. Look at making that's pulled pork, guys. That's pulled pork. Definitely. She probably whipped that up the night before. It got a chance to kind of congeal a little bit. Then they heated it back up so that barbecue sauce just sucks in with the grease. Put it on a hard roll. Boom. You got yourself college football in a sandwich. So, I would have to say this is at a good spot. Clemson, Wisconsin at 13. I can feel it. Look at this old girl. Woo. Wonder what did the hairdresser say when she said, listen, I'm thinking maybe a W? And the hairdresser said, no. Let's do a W and then some polka dots. Really? Well, what color? What's Wisconsin's colors? Red? No, let's do orange. Shoot. Oh, can you post this link? Yeah, I'm going to post the link here. Let me post the link so you guys can all see it, okay? And here's the link, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to follow along at home. Yeah, this old girl, she got the college spirit for sure. But Madison, Wisconsin is just, a party town. House of Pain jump arounds queued up at Camp Randall Stadium. And all the Badger fans are just going crazy. Another spot. We're talking about the Cyclones. Well, how about Iowa? I don't know. I think I'd rather see Iowa State, but Iowa made number 12 on the list. I think I would have put Ohio State up here at 12, maybe Iowa down a little bit farther on the list. But South Carolina, guys. I have never tailgated there, but it looks like a good time. They're at what, number 11? What a nice stadium there. So Tennessee, when you talked about, old Rocky Top playing, Kinnick is very rowdy. Yes. Singing Rocky Top at Tennessee, beautiful location. I can feel it. Knoxville used to be a rough place to play, not so much anymore. They had a good year. Was it last year? Old girl has already probably 12 deep into her Bud Light. She's holding that like it's her Louis Vuitton bag. And old boy has Miller Lights. He has 2 cases of Miller Light, and it looks like he is really sweating there. It looks like his field pass is causing him to sweat a little bit more. That's heavy around his neck. But old girl is texting, carrying her Bud Light. She's ready to sing a Rocky Top, and I love it. That's what I like to see right there. Getting fit before the game. Now, I mentioned this, guys. Eugene is way down there on the top 25, and University of Washington is up here at 9. I thought they'd be close together. I travel out there for work on occasion, and guys, the fact that you can you can be on a boat, tailgate, stagger over to the stadium, catch your game, get back on your boat. That's fantastic. Guys, I think BYU can do that. You can do that at BYU, but I don't think, in Washington you can do that. That's fantastic. I love it. Love it. So Husky Stadium, playing a little cornhole. The harbor can hold 150 boats. Sailgating is what they call that. That's actually a term, sailgating. So, number 8, we have University of Michigan. The University of Michigan. And it looks like they have a Badger guarding Pabst Blue ribbon right there. See that? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Badger right here. See that Badger with my little pointer? That's pretty fantastic. Yeah, I've been there. It's what's really strange, guys. You drive along, and then you see the stadium like built into the ground. It is, and it's not like most stadiums you drive and you see it. It's like it has a presence, but no, it creeps up on you. Like, whoa, there's the stadium. That's what the Michigan fans, it's different, a little different, guys. But it holds a buttload of people, 115,000 people going, getting all nattied up, drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon, with that honey badger or whatever it was. Okay, guys, Penn State. I've been up there a number of times. I don't know why it's at 7. I don't. They don't do it any better than all these other guys. Just saying. I mean, don't scratch on my head. Riddle me that. Oh, it's a Wolverine. See, I'm trying to be a smart ass, Kirk. It's not working, huh? But, yeah, tailgating is meh. Well, I don't know which one you're talking about. So, Don K, tell me which one is meh. There's a lot of meh. Penn State is meh. Other than that, ice cream. If you just had making White Russians all morning with that ice cream, I'd be happy. Happy, Shane. But what do we got here? Okay, we're wrapping this up, and we're going to talk a little bit more just tailgating at Mountaineer Field. Penn State, we talked about Penn State. Texas. Yeah, I can see that. Number 6. Texas. Hook 'em horns. Yeah, I can see that. Texas A&M at 5. Yeah. I bet these guys aren't happy that Texas even got one behind them. A&M is very competitive with Texas. Just saying. Oh my. What is that? A pancake? Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a huge freaking pancake. Wow. I have never had a pancake tailgating. I think that would be set up a pancake bar at your tailgate, especially for a noon kickoff, like 8 a.m. We're doing whipped cream, strawberries, real maple syrup, blueberries, pancakes. Have I ever told you about my buckwheat pancake experience? In like 1993, I was taken to a buckwheat festival. And I thought literally I was going to see buckwheat from Little Rascals. And when I found out they made buckwheat pancakes out of buckwheat, I was pissed. I thought I was meeting like an 80-year-old buckwheat. But so, guys, we're down to the bottom 4. Notre Dame. That's a cute Halloween costume there. 4 horsemen. Yep. Notre Dame. It's love and hate. I love to hate them, but I really think their uniforms are classy. Beer battered pancakes, Joey Foster says. Yes. Faith Thomas says, that's how my dog got her name. What's your dog's name? I want to hear it. So, now, University of California, Berkeley, how the hell did they get top 3? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand it. You guys have to riddle. I have to read to see why. I don't understand. There's SEC teams that are, Eugene rocks it better than that. LSU does better than that. But LSU hasn't even made the list yet. They better be number 1. Yeah, guys, I think that's crap. Guys, Cal, a hard no. LSU at number 2. They should be number 1, ladies and gentlemen. The way they cook. Buckwheat. Yeah, I'm sorry, Faith. Faith, I broadcast on the wrong show for like 5 minutes. So, I could screw up a wet dream tonight. So here we go. Number 1. We have LSU, guys. I already said it. Ole Miss. Yes, I can see that. Ole Miss. Guys, these guys dress up. They put khakis. They iron that shit. This isn't like 1993. You're going out the club and you're ironing your khakis, putting on your K-Swiss. I saw this 10 years ago. Fantastic. I love it. Look at this. Everybody has a little collared shirt action. Look at this guy over here. Collared shirt. These girls are wearing belts and blouses, not T-shirts. Ole Miss. Look at that. I can smell the beer, the fried grilled foods. I feel it. Fantastic. Paxton, what's Notre Dame? Drink Pabst. Yeah. rivalry games, Harvard, Yale, Big 12 team. Yeah, Don K. They could keep Harvard and they could keep Yale, even though they've been playing ball since Christ was on the cross. But guys, that's what I have for you on that. Let's roll up the sleeves and talk about some Mountaineer stories. Okay. So a little bit about me. I grew up in Indiana, Pennsylvania, home of Jimmy Stewart. Okay. So that's directly between Penn State and Pitt. Most of the kids I went to school with went on to Penn State. I was going to go to Penn State, and my dad's like, "Why don't you visit West Virginia? It's on, you're accepted there. It's one of your schools." I went down and I fell in love. I fell in love with the people. I fell in love with the environment. It just felt like a college town. Penn State to me felt like a city that happened to have a college in it. All the apartment buildings. Now, Morgantown is looking a little bit more like Penn State now than it used to. But in the 90s, it was flop house, bunch of college kids doing college things. Back then, you used to go to Penn State games, and they didn't have a lot of those parking lots are now paved. They were just fields, and you'd park and tailgate. But it was most of the people tailgating. You didn't see a lot of students at Penn State getting rowdy. West Virginia, circa, let's say 92 to like 2002, they had a place, ladies and gentlemen, you probably know, if you know, you know. It was called the Pit. And it was right below where the Ronald McDonald House is now. There used to be a little gully, and there was a creek there. And you used to be able to park your truck with a keg and just get rock socked beyond belief. Just, red Solo cup, $5, good time, go. And then kids would take shopping carts down a hill into the creek, and it was just a muddy mess, and most people didn't make it into the game. But kids were breaking their arms, etc. They shut that down after about 5 years. Then the university took over and started giving passes out where you could, it was monitored chaos, but it was still chaos. Fast forward to now, or fast forward to maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 2005. I would, no matter where I was, if I was at New York or if I was out in Missouri or Kansas or down in Georgia, I would get in my car, Labor Day weekend. I would drive up, spend the night, and drink that Friday night, get ready for the next day. Next day we would get up. We would either make something to eat or go get something to eat, and then we'd just start tailgating. And everybody would pack whatever they could into a cooler, and we would find a spot. Sometimes it'd be over by Ruby, between Ruby and the Hampton Inn. There was an area there that's now, I think, the Gray Lot tailgate. And then you'd wander around from tailgate to tailgate, seeing people you haven't seen in years. And it was great. You get to talk to people that you haven't seen in maybe 2 or 3 years, reminisce. What are you doing? Hey, how's it been? And that is key for me as a Mountaineer fan, is keeping those connections with fellow Mountaineers. And then it's great to see the younger folks experiencing a college, real, football fun, just getting ready for the game. But, you'd wander in 45 minutes before the game, or maybe half an hour before the game, and you'd see the band come out. But those are memories, like West Virginia beat Miami. That was a big deal. I was there for that. When they lost Ohio State in 98, I remember that game. So these are memories you have and you hold. Spending time with my friend and his dad before his dad passed away, we'd meet up and go to these games. So, these are memories that I hope that Mountaineer fans, that Iowa State fans, that Kansas fans, the Colorado fans, even Utah fans, even you Utah fans, are going to be able to have and hold for years to come. And the impending change does not trickle down into the experience, into the taste, the smell, the electricity of game day. That I hope doesn't change. I hope we don't step over dollars for dimes as far as the experience goes, because that's what it comes down to. That's why even though I'm a Steelers fan and the Steelers were rocking over the past 20 years, I would see a Mountaineer game, drive from wherever to see a game, and I was given Steeler tickets and I wouldn't even take them. Okay, so that's what college football means to me. So I know, people might have tuned off with me going down that rabbit hole, but that's what it means for me. Yeah, so Joey said that him and Adrian Morrell were trying to find some tailgating at Pitt, but it was horrible, not a college campus. My point exactly, Joey. And Joey, I was talking to Blake, who does the season tickets, and he had asked if I wanted to get Pitt tickets. And I really don't think I want to go to Pitt, even though it's 40 minutes from my house, because you just don't have that feel. So let's talk about what happens when it's a away game. What do I do? I love college football so much, I will literally, since wings are expensive, I usually do thighs. And I either do them in an air fryer or cook them in the oven. And I make them like wings. I'll make potato salad, macaroni salad, pasta salad. It depends on the week. And I will just make a big spread, and I will graze all day. And that's my fun day, Saturday. I line up all my work so that Saturday is just me. I might, if you're lucky, I might fold clothes and watch football. But that's all the work you're getting out of me. Seriously. I'm blinking, breathing, watching football, eating, in that order. Yep. That's it, guys. I want to know if that's what you guys like. Tim, I'd have to say all tailgating be fun. Usually no matter where you go. Some are just better than others. Yeah. See, Tim, I think you're right. It's like pizza. Okay. Even crappy pizza is pizza. Like West Point, they tailgate. It's not rowdy. It's not crazy. It's scenic. And the atmosphere is just beyond belief. The fact that you're looking at the superintendent's house and Robert E. Lee lived there. Robert E. Lee. You're going past historic buildings where, generals in World War II went to school. That, it's different, guys. It's different. You go to Rutgers and it's a college atmosphere. It's fun. I love to see people having fun. I love to see people laughing, having a good time, not getting over the top and just passing out. That's not cool. But I just like to see people having fun and enjoying youth, enjoying their family, and enjoying a beautiful day. I've been to games at Penn State, Notre Dame. I think it was like 88, 89. It was like 7 degrees and snowing. That's like, at that point, I think I'm going to go inside and watch it. But if it's a big game and it's snowing, guys, you just gotta bundle up. You gotta love the suck. Joey's talking about fun at Virginia Tech. Yeah, at VTech. Okay. After pregame ceremony, I can't eat another bite. Yeah. And Kraft macaroni and cheese, not elite bite. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But most of the time, I would have to say, guys, you get up, you get ready for the day, you watch some college football. Some people go to sports bars and watch it, like Low Country Mountaineers in South Carolina or alumni chapter. They'll have watch parties at certain places, which is great. That gives you an opportunity to meet with people that are Mountaineer fans. I had a Sugar Bowl watch party in Iraq. Yes, I did. I contacted the university. They sent me a bunch of Sugar Bowl pins and some swag. and I had about 15 West Virginia alumni, including General Broadwater, who is, recently passed away about 10 years ago. Great guy. We had a watch party and watched the Sugar Bowl in Iraq, and that was really, really fun. So it's nice that no matter where you go, people recognize the WV, the Flying WV. They're like, oh yeah, West Virginia. My sister's husband was an air crew, and he was getting, and my sister also was an air crew in the Air Force. They're getting they tell me a story where some kid went, oh, they had a West Virginia shirt underneath their flight suit. And they're like, you're a West Virginia fan. She's like, I went to school there. No matter where you're at. I remember going into Kuwait, and going to the bathroom and seeing someone had Sharpied a Flying WV. I mean, no matter where you go, you're going to see it. So it's great to have that. Makes you feel a little bit like, oh, I'm home, even though you're thousands of miles away. That's just the way it is. And I'm sure it's like that with everybody, if you're a UNC fan, or, if you're a Duke fan, or if you're a Wildcat fan, or maybe USC or whatever, people like to feel like they belong. And you definitely, with West Virginia, you have that sense of belonging. But, I want to take this time, Memorial Day, to talk about that. It's about the experience of enjoying yourself and, loving the fact that you have a passion, and it breaks your heart. But when your team wins, it makes it that much more enjoyable, So I just wanted to take the time today to talk to you about that and to share those experiences and to see what your experiences were. And if you like this content, like and subscribe. If you don't, you don't have to watch. Well, you've already watched 30 minutes of this nonsense. So thank you for tuning in. But Monday, Joey and I are going to be doing AI. And AI has been just taking a dump lately. But Magic 8 Ball has not let us down. No, it hasn't. It has been creepy. So Monday, guys, 8 p.m., we take the Magic 8 Ball, shake it up. I do a digital version, so you can see it on the screen. It comes up, and it's like, try again later. That's what we have Monday. Tuesday, Joey's going to have a video he posts. Wednesday is Frank Fear and Coach Christ. So it's going to be a fun show. Thursday, of course, is the Big 12 show here. And we're not lacking for any content for the Big 12. With the conference realignment and Utah coming in and just being obnoxious, it makes for some an easy time of shooting the bull about the Big 12 for an hour, and you won't be disappointed. And then, of course, Fridays, here you have it. You get Shane. I apologize for the technical difficulties tonight. I broadcast on the wrong channel for about 4 minutes, but hopefully we didn't lose too many folks. But that's all for tonight, and I am so happy that I got to spend some time with you, and I will see you all next week, and we will be, Joey and me will be Magic 8 Ball in this rascal up, and we're just going to have a grand old time. So thanks so much, and good night.